Hey guys, what's going on? Today I'm going to be rating the best and critiquing the worst logo designs and other designs on our subreddit. Let's go. 70 upvotes 9 days ago, household. Okay, so I'm guessing this is like a house building thing. I don't understand, but let's have a look. First impressions of this, I really like the Scandinavian feel. Scandinavian design is sort of father of all minimalistic design. It looks great. The icon itself, I like it. It's quite blocky yet rounded, so it's got that friendly vibe to it. By that, if I zoom in, the outside stroke is rounded. I like that. It's very balanced. I like the fact that it's got the imagery of more homes in there as well as the H. Nice clean typeface. Any pro designers out there will be looking at this going, yeah, that looks good. I like the tracking. The tracking is good. You see with anything like this, household looks nice. The design of it though, I can't help but feel it could be a bit smaller. It doesn't seem to fit very well with it being so massive. This composition down here, I much prefer. The colors and everything, you've got the teal and orange, the Hollywood vibe. This is a bit different. It's got a green vibe to it now. Looks really nice. You've got a nice pattern going here, and here's some of the assets that will be used within the identity. Again, this is like a presentation for a client. You could literally show them this is the splash page. This is like the colored version of the design of what it would look like. But as well, you never just show it on a white background. You want to present it in a way that has all the options there, all these shapes that are going on. Here's a bit where you can sort of flex your design knowledge and put some, grid lines in there. I always see it as like a flex when people do the grid line things. I would love to do that, but I can't do it most of the time. Then you got the pattern to show that the design is seamless, it works. Yeah, business card, here's the stationery. You're really giving context to the design here, and I really like it. That was a really good one. I really like that one. You're definitely getting an award, but not 500. I need to give a few more out today, so I'm going to give you the heartwarming one. How's that? Here's another one I found. This is Gekko. I generated a brief off goodbrief.io. Amazing. You can use Goodbrief or ChatGPT now if you wanted to create a brief for yourself. And I made a brand from it. Hope you like it. But I'd like to see the brief. Let's look at the brief at the end first. Okay, here it is. Here's the brief from Goodbrief. If you want to read it, pause now. All right, that's a good brief. Now let's go back to the beginning. First of all, really like the color. It works well. It goes within the brief there. And it's a letter mark or a logo type. I like the way that you've got the Gekko's sort of spindly hands in there. It works well. It's readable as well. I like that. You've used it really well here. That looks great. It is friendly and gentle. The rounded corners in the logo type are friendly and gentle. Whenever you're struggling to find a logo type for your specific clients, just look at the brief and ask what they should have. If they haven't asked you to create a friendly brand, you should ask them for some adjectives about their branding. And if they come across as hard and fast, you can choose a type that is sort of slanted, it's obliqued with a bit of movement. If they ask for something gentle, choose something rounder. The only issue I have with the logo type right now is the spacing. You see the sporting part here, the S, this needs to be optically balanced. The way that I'm looking at this is that the S in sporting is way too far to the left. It's not centered anymore. So you need to decrease the size of sporting goods and maybe decrease the weight as well by a couple of weights. That will give it some good contrast. Hierarchy and contrast still apply with logo designs like this because it's got subsidiary information. However, if it's just Gekko that's going to be embroidered, it should be absolutely fine. It would be interesting to know what it looks like. Maybe you have a mock-up. Aha, here we go. Yes, I like these. Looks great. I like the lime green, the Gekko green. Works well across all things. Friendly, a bit exciting, I like that. But this is not embroidered. Now, the reason why embroidery really matters is because of this. You see up here? This is a logo that I designed or redesigned in one of my videos called Drip, and it needed to be embroidered. That is very much embroiderable. But you've got to take into account that these tiny little lines may not be embroidered. If I was you, I would get rid of sporting goods there. It does not need to be on there. They don't need that information when they're in the shop or the store. Just put Gekko, it would look a lot cleaner. You don't have to have the subsidiary information in there all the time. I think it's very important to have it in the splash screen, which is this. But when it comes to things like this, Gekko, it doesn't need sporting goods underneath it. It would have been nice to see an embroidered shirt as well, but the design itself, I can't really fault it too much. Nice one. 3-day deadline. Difficult stuff. This one here is MiddleEight. This one has 102 upvotes 8 days ago. So MiddleEight is a YouTube channel aimed at showcasing the best in Middle Eastern cuisine. A fun, vibrant, and skewered logo. Got to love the Middle Eastern cuisine. I like it. It's got an interesting color scheme to it as well. It makes sense. You've actually applied more of an illustrative part in the design here. Here's the variations of the main logo here. You've got it in Middle Eastern, I believe that's Arabic down at the bottom. I might be wrong. I like the icon, it fits so well. It stays in the same family. So whenever you're looking at creating an icon, reusing elements, recycling the main design is really how it should work. That's the main part of it. It's what it should do anyway. I like this, that's cool. That's cool as well for the swag, just calling it swag. Yeah, I like this too. It works well. This next design is a doozy, but before then, thank you to Freshbooks for sponsoring this video. There's a lot to love about being your own boss, but trying to figure out your financials on your own or becoming an overnight accountant isn't one of those things. Luckily, there's Freshbooks, the all-in-one easy-to-use accounting solution that's built for business owners like you. Freshbooks is an easy-to-use accounting and invoicing software that makes it so simple to send invoices and receive payments. Plus, it keeps your income and expenses organized so you won't be begging your accountant for help the day before your taxes are due. It has everything you need to manage your books, like invoicing, expense and time tracking, automated payments, and reports that tell you just how healthy your business is. And right now, there's a brand new offer just for subscribers of my channel. So click the link in the description to get a massive 90% off your FreshBooks subscription for the 4 months. Thank you for sponsoring. So this one's 56 upvotes. I kind of like it already. I mean, I'm a sucker for any of these types of designs. Odyssey Tours. I really like this. It shows a sense of adventure. It's like a seal. It shows a bit of timeless in there as well. I like the aspects here of real travel. It looks travel-y. Either that or a coffee brand. The only problem that I have, and it's not technically a problem, but from a branding perspective, you've said it offers a unique and exciting way for people to explore the world. Now, the only question that, and I can guarantee you, a client would say, does it look exciting? It looks very traditional, because I actually love the design itself, but functionally speaking, does it hit the brief? I'm not sure. Is it exciting? It looks more like frontier adventure, which is great. Kind of looks a bit serious. And when you think of exciting, you don't really think of seriousness. But I cannot fault the design itself. It looks good. This next one is a Flour & Co. branding project. So it's a sweets bakery, Flour & Co. The project revolves around capturing the magic of the 1950s and wrapping it up in a modern packaging. Okay, that sounds really cool. By the way, we've got like 20,000 people nearly in our subreddit. That's insane. That's top 5%. Okay, first of all, love the presentation of it. Very 1950s. It reminds me of going, well, it doesn't remind me. I'm not that old. I'm only 28. But it does feel like you're going back to that sort of nuclear family sort of time. Normally, the hierarchy here wouldn't work. But because flour is so extreme and you've used extreme type here of this really nice hipster font, hipster, more of like this hippie font, it works well. I like the stars in the background, beautifully balanced, visually interesting and appealing, very much of the time. I like the lunchbox as well. It really gives that edge to it. As well as the image, it looks modern. So you've got those two intertwining parts, which you've done very well. Modern imagery with 50s type. I like it. Ooh, we got a little face here. That's so cute. Yeah, that face is definitely 1950s style, but modern as well. You've got it. You've hit the nail on the head. Colors of these pinks, very modern. In fact, it's got the 50s vibe to it, whilst also being minimal. I like that too. This pattern on the right is very 50s flooring, isn't it? Cookies and no milk. That's clever. Love this little character mascot here you've got. Yeah, really cool. Flour & Co. Yeah, the logo works well. I like it. It's got a bit of distress to it, which is what I like. It's not perfectly cut. A lot of the time when people go back to these old school logos or do a project like this, you'll find that the logo itself, the logo type, hasn't got the same feeling because it doesn't feel handcrafted. And I bet this was, because there's a love heart right here. I could see it right there, which is great. I love the flow of it too. Piece of cake, yeah, I like this. You've done a real good mashup here. I like that. It's very, I wouldn't say nostalgic. It makes me want to play like Fallout New Vegas. You've got the rounding all correct all the way throughout, and it works good. Honestly, I like this one. I think this one wins the cake for me today. Going to give you the 500 gold award for being a beast. I like the fact that you put a hashtag in there as well. Hashtags are cool, very modern. If you enjoyed this video and you would like to put your own project up, then follow the links in the description, join the Reddit, it's free. As you can see here, we have a very active community on the Reddit, commenting all the time. Join the newsletter for some freebies and some inside information into what we do here. You will not regret it. And most importantly, check this video out here. Just check it out. It will change your life. Guaranteed. 100%. Put my name down on it. Only joking. Can't say that.